Hey everyone, so we got some quick notes today. The good thing about today's notes is we did all the vocabulary in the last set of notes, so it shouldn't be too much today. But here we're gonna combine like terms. That's the section we're gonna go over today. So start copying this down. That's the lesson goal 422. Combine like terms. And then whenever I say combine like terms or combining like terms, that's basically the process of adding or subtracting like terms. Okay, and then real quick from the other day, like terms, those are terms with the same variable part. And it has to be the exact same, not only letter, but also exponent. Okay, those are like terms. And then we have steps for combining like terms. If you need to pause this to copy it, go ahead and pause it. I'm going to move it down to the steps. The steps, there's not too many steps. What you want to do, the first thing you want to do is identify which terms are like terms. Then you either add or subtract the coefficients. I guess that should be plural. Right? You want to add or subtract the number that's in front of the letter. Add or subtract that. And then step 3 says just keep the same variable or keep the same letter. Okay? And then remember, we cannot combine variables that are different. Again, that should be an S. We cannot combine variables that are different. If they don't have the same letters, they're not like terms, and we cannot combine them. Okay? So again, pause this, copy it if you need to copy it. Let's go down to the examples. I have 4 examples here. These are pretty straightforward, and well, you'll see in a second. So you have 2m plus 3m. Those are like terms. It has the same letter, it's the m, and it has the same exponent. Now you could possibly, one way to do it is just look at it horizontally and then figure out the answer. Another way you could think of this, I'm not going to do this too much because it's a lot of rewriting, is let's say you stack these. If you stack these like this, and then there's the plus with the 3, then you realize, hey, it's the same. All we need to do is add the numbers in the front. The letter just comes down. Okay, so 2m plus 3m, that's 5m. That's simple. If you look at number 2, again, I'm not going to rewrite all of them that way. For number 2, you just kind of have to be careful with this. Some people will say 8w minus w. That's correct. They're like terms. We can add or subtract them. But you have to be careful because then the next step says add or subtract the numbers in front. And then some students will be like, well, what the heck? This one doesn't have a number in front. Yes, it does. Remember, when it's a letter by itself, that's always a number 1 in front. So what we have basically here is 8 take away 1. Well, 8 take away 1 is 7. Keep the same letter. 7W. That's a W. It looks a little ugly, but that's a W. Right? 7. Let me rewrite this. 7W. There you go, that's better. So let's move on to number 3. So number 3, what you want to do is go through and identify all the ones that are the same. Okay? I like to circle the ones that are the same, or square the ones that are the same, or even put a triangle around the ones that are the same. So for example, 8y plus 3y, and then the last one minus 2y, those are all like terms. And remember, whenever you circle a term, whatever sign is in front, that's the sign that goes with it. So this is like 8 plus 3 take away 2. And it's all y's, right? So if we go 8 plus 3, that's 11. 11 take away 2 is 9. I know I have 9y. The only other thing left over is that -6 or that -6. And there's nothing you can combine that -6 with, so that one just comes over. Okay. Another thing we could have done is I could have reorganized this. Again, I don't like to do too much of that because it's a lot of writing. And I would say Mr. Roach is lazy. But watch, I'll show you. Let's say I know 8y, and then we have plus 3y. Those two go together, and then also this -2y goes over here, and then the -6 goes in the back. So imagine we combine all of these. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 take away 2 is 9y, and then you still have this -6. So this is another way you can do this. You just have to be careful that when you rearrange these, you grab the sign that's right in front of the term. Like this minus goes with the 6. I know this goes together. Okay. So if you look at number 4 is a little bit easier than number 3. But then number 4 you have 2x and you have 10x. Now I'm going to circle both of those because those are like terms. All we have to do is add the numbers in front. 2 plus 10 is 12x, and then the -9. So that's 12x minus 9. Again, if I add these two, 2 and 10, well that's 12. Keep the same letter, and then the -9 comes down. And then really you just kind of rewrite it that way. Oh, move that over a little bit. There you go. And let's do some more practice.